You saying MAGA supporters wanted black people to go back to the farms as slaves?
So now that I have fallen down this rabbit hole, I just jumped onto Twitter's. And I got an alt Twitter where I pretend to be a MAGA guy. And I saw a live. And I am not kidding you. This dude, all these dudes these farmer dudes in there, these farm owner dudes, were saying, well, we thought the blacks would come back and do the jobs because they don't have jobs. Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but black people have jobs, and you thought you were getting your slaves back is basically what you were saying. That's what you thought. It's still going right now, and I'm not going to post a link to it because I don't want to give these people a voice. But they think they're in a safe space on Twitter. They're not.
Hell no. You gotta be joking. MAGA supporters, they voted for DJT. MAGA farmers, they voted for DJT heavily because they wanted black Americans back to the farms.
I voted for Donald Trump.
Okay. What were you excited about when you cast that vote?
I'm just going to pull the pin on this grenade and let it go. I think there are large swaths of our society and our government that are dysfunctional for a whole host of reasons. And maybe it's time to burn the house down. Figuratively.
Wow.
Maybe we're doing too much. And if we could back off with our government and let the common citizen make more of their own decisions, then I can do whatever I want to do and I can sink or swim at it. And my neighbor can do the same thing.
All right.
And that's what I've come across it. Okay? MAGA farmers, to be precise, the rural farmers, they voted heavily, 78%. Because Donald J. Trump promised, you know what? We're going to take immigrants out. Okay? And we're going to take back jobs to whom they belong. Do you know where? Black jobs. Belonging to black people. Farm jobs, odd jobs.
So Trump has tried to deport all the people that was working in the fields. And it was with the premise that black people was going back to work in the fields. So you think about this. The farmers can't farm anymore. They don't have people who able to do that. So you think about who's going to be in those fields working. Have you ever heard about states getting contracts to have workers go out there? I've worked with a lot of state jobs. I know prisoners goes out there. They're contracted to go work out of there. And who you think is benefiting? The state getting more money. And people are going to pay for the food. The farmers are going to be able to survive. And guess who's volunteering to be the new slaves? Black men, right? Because, you're mad that somebody stepped on your feet, or you mad that somebody's got a rap contract and they singing about people that you don't like in they rap they rap music. So, yeah. Y'all seem to like it. So, the system seems to be working for everybody. I don't think it's working for me. I don't like it, but, if you like it, I love it.
Trump is doing everything in his power to bait black people, and it's only getting worse because black people aren't falling for anything at all right now. To the point where now you're just about to deploy the National Guard in Washington, D.C., where there's a high black population, especially a high black homeless population, because you want black people in the streets protesting so you can enact martial law. We all know it. Because the thing is, when white people have been protesting, and all of these protests have been so civil, none of them have even been streamed on TV because they're not violent. They don't get violent with white people. But they have no problem getting violent with black people. And they know if they can get black people out to protest and to fight for our rights yet again, they can enact martial law and they can throw us all in jail if we ever think of rebelling. And I'm not living in a military city. No offense, but I don't respect any authority at all whatsoever. That's my issue. I'm also not afraid of cops. I'm not afraid of the military. I've had cops with guns in my faces. I've had cops with giant horses and guns in my faces while I protested before. I will have a traffic stop and there will be multiple cops that get out for me at a traffic stop. And I've never been scared of y'all, because the thing is, y'all get off on people being scared. That's the only way y'all can't get me. Like, none of you bitches scare me. Y'all are like my little brother with his toy gun. Like, oh my god, you're gonna get me. Like, quit playing with your food and just do what you want to do. But everybody else is just a chess piece. Everybody else is. The only group that he's actually after is black people. That's why he's deporting Latinos, because who's gonna work in the fields now? With black female unemployment rate reaching an all-time high. That's why he's cutting Medicaid. That's why you're trying to regulate food stamps. That's why you cut the weather service. That's why you cut the only accessible piece of media to every single child in the country, poor and rich. He literally said, he was like, they were on a farm and he was talking about farmer responsibility. As in, people could live on these farms with these farmers and they could just build property on the land and people could live here and work on the fields. Does that not sound familiar? Make America Great Again is bringing back slavery, bringing back black people in shackles. That's all it is. That's literally everything. And I think he knows that black people aren't falling for it, which is why he's getting more intense and more aggressive with his tactics. Because black people aren't falling for anything right now. We're not protesting. We're not fighting. We're just minding our business. So, good luck.
You're not going to believe this. I saw that someone on Twitter were saying, the white farmers on Twitter were saying that when they had all these mass deportations, that they just automatically thought that they were going to send the black people to work their farms. The black farmers who had already lost their farms, and just, other black people, because they needed the help and they wanted the government to send them, I guess, criminals so they can work on their farms, so they can keep their farms. Because, me keeping my farm and not caring about you and giving you low wages, that's just the American dream, right? Stop it. Y'all need to stop this. This is just totally ridiculous. Little Johnny, little Susie, all the ones that you're paying all this money because you've gotten all this government money for free, you need to go get them out of college, which is what they used to do in the olden days. Get them out of college, get them out of their little jobs, and get them working that farm on the weekend. There you go. See, I fixed it for you.
MAGA farmers wanted black people to go back and work for them, to be controlled like they were doing back before. Because black people were working in their farms for minimum wage. Okay? It's only them who they could control by paying them minimum wages. But black people right now have moved past that, because they said, hell no, we ain't going back to your farms. We ain't going back to the farms. We are buying our own lands. We are supporting our own farmers. Okay? We are supporting our own businesses. We are building our own. Right now, black people are not the one like the one of before. Black people have waken up. Black people are waking up. Black people are changing time to time. They are learning. They are accepting themselves. They are loving themselves. They are believing in themselves. And they are building future of their own. Now, MAGA farmers are losing their lands because there is no one wanna go to work for them. They deported immigrants. Black farmers declined working for them. Their own white people can't work for them for the wage amount they want. After all that, black people don't want to go back, and again the economy is bad. Fuel has gone up. Now running machinery needs that fuel. It's unaffordable. US is having rancors with a lot of countries, China to be precise. They are not selling their products anymore. You are cooked. You cooked yourself. You voted for it. You wanted this to happen. Racism is very much expensive. At the end of the day, black people have lived on such conditions. They will survive, they will rise, they will move, and nothing gonna stop black farmers or black people from moving ahead. Peace out.